welcome everyone to this amazing live. Welcome to the Tunisian engineers community. So, as you know, FPGAs are inside satellites, F1 cars, and trading system that move billions of dollars every second. Why do most engineering students never even touch one in university? So today I am with someone who designed FPGAs for space and safety critical system for more than 18 years. Adam Taylor, welcome, Adam.
Thank you very much for having me.
So that's amazing opportunity for us, Adam. So Adam, before we start, can you introduce yourself and your background?
Yeah, of course I can. So my name's Adam Taylor. I've been a FPGA engineer for 26 years now.
Yeah.
I started out sort of designing FPGAs for radar. And then over the years, that's moved through to pretty much putting FPGAs in everything from cars to aircraft to satellites and rockets and all sorts of things. And it's been a fantastic journey so far.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing story. So, Adam, there is like something that always I'm asking. So, why FPGA engineers and digital design engineers are so rare today?
I think it's difficult for people to actually understand what FPGA engineers actually are and what digital engineers are. Everybody tends, with the tech world, everybody tends to sort of navigate naturally towards the big tech companies, Meta, Apple, and so on. And I think sort of there's been a lot less interest and a lot less sort of focus on people working lower down the tiers, closer to the actual hardware, shall we say.
Oh, okay. So let's start from the beginning. I think many people need to understand your journey. So you worked on ESAs, Plato missions, military imaging systems, and space grade FPGA, all of this. So which project tested you the most?
That's an interesting one. So each project comes with a variety of fun, interesting challenges, shall we say. So if you're developing sort of a space mission, shall we say, for ESA Plato, then you've got quite a lot of rigor involved in that. There's a lot of documentation, there's a lot of architectural work, and there's a lot of analysis work and simulation and things like that. And it's exceptionally rewarding to get to the end of that, obviously, and see it launch. But it takes a long time. Those projects take a really long time. So just to give you some idea of how long this is.
Yes, yeah.
The engineer that was in charge of like the Plato, we did the FPGAs and the boards, but the guy that was in charge of the overall system, I first met him on this and talked about this project when my son was less than 1 year old. My son is 9 next month, and it's still not launched. So throughout the entirety of his life, this project has been ongoing and has been being developed for those FPGAs. So some of the more traditional space companies, the space projects take a while. The new space projects, they're much more exciting. They're much faster because they're doing it. And always, it's a weird one because I always enjoy doing most what I'm not doing at that point in time. So it's weird, and I have this weird thing where I produce a lot of technical content showing people how to use FPGAs and how to develop FPGAs. And I think of everything I do, that's the most fun thing I enjoy because you're not constrained by a particular customer or particular demand. It's just kind of like, here's this board, what can we do with it? What can we make it do? How can we do something cool with it? And then just sort of go away and run with it.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So, what is a mistake or hard lesson from early in your career that changed how you design today?
I think that's an interesting one. I've made so many mistakes. It's untrue. I'm an engineer. If I said I'd never made a mistake, but I've never actually really done any engineering at
Yes,
that point
yes.
in time. I think the biggest thing is with FPGAs, it's down to process, and it took me a while to understand. It took me a while as a youngster to understand that because you're just keen and you just want to do the fun bit of the engineering. So with FPGAs, it comes down to process. and development. And that's the same for everything really. But the board design that we do, the embedded software that we do, it's all having a good and suitable process is really important. And that process can change. For a space mission, it's going to be very process driven. For something that we do for a customer, say a terrestrial customer, that might be a lot lighter. But you still need that process that just tells you how to go from the beginning to the end, and how you're going to do that. And you have to be able to communicate that to customers and clients as well, and say this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, okay. So if you start your career again in this year, so knowing everything about FPGA and artificial intelligence hardware, so today, so would you choose same path, or you choose another path, and why?
I would definitely choose this same path. I would honestly choose this same path. I can't think of anything else that I would rather do in the world. Maybe be a pilot, actually, than be an FPGA engineer. It's one of the most interesting and rewarding careers that I've had, and it's enabled me to develop, like I say, applications for everything. Through that, I've got to know people across the world. I've got to do some really interesting, really cool things. And if I was starting again in 2026, I'd be just as excited to do that. And it's a lot easier to get started in 2026 actually than it was in 2000 when I started. There's a lot more. You can access the FPGA tools freely and easily now. There's a lot of people like me putting content out on the internet showing you how to do FPGAs. So it's a lot easier to actually break down the barriers to do it. Don't get me wrong, FPGA design is still seen as having a little bit of a barrier to entry, but it's a lot easier than what it used to be. And with AI, actually, I'm incredibly excited by AI and what you can do with it. Because I think, sorry, I'm rambling a bit here, but I think the main role of an engineer is to deliver capability to a customer. It's not to write the most beautiful VHDL or Verilog. It's the customer comes to you for some added extra knowledge that you've got, that value added knowledge, and leveraging AI allows you to be a lot more efficient. And it's just another layer of abstraction, shall we say, in the tool chain that we have to learn to be able to use and work with.
Okay, so we'll come to the part of artificial intelligence. So everyone says that GPUs are taking over everything. So be honest, Adam. Is the FPGA industry losing to AI accelerators, or it's actually FPGA the best moment now?
So it depends what you want to do, right? It's like everything in the world. Not everything is a nail, right? That needs to be hit with a hammer. GPUs are great. If I want to do AI inference, the first thing I'm going to try and look and solve the solution with is a GPU. You know, FPGAs and programmable SoCs, they have a role and a place in AI inference and such like in there, but it's generally much more bespoke and much more specific when you need a really highly deterministic, really low latency solution or a really high reliability solution than a general GPU.
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, customize it.
Yeah, because you can do a lot more. You can do a lot more with safety, with criticality in an FPGA than you can do in a GPU. The trade-off is it's probably a little bit more complicated to get up and running in an FPGA than it is in a GPU. But that's just talking about AI, right? FPGAs are used everywhere in places that you'd never even consider to use a GPU. You know, power management, control. You know, there's a lot of applications where FPGAs are the correct answer. To use. So, and that's only going up. Those number of FPGA applications are only going up as people move into sort of physical AI and robotics and things like that. That demand for low latency, reliability, safety, and security is something that FPGAs can provide much easier.
Okay. So I saw a post on LinkedIn. I think you started an FPGA salary survey. So because engineers in UK are underpaid, is the FPGA field really undervalued compared to software engineering and IT industry?
I started a salary survey in the UK purely because I saw a couple of I'm running my own companies. I get a lot of speculative CVs from recruiters, and I was kind of shocked by a couple of the salaries that have come in and continue to be. So, I think the UK is particularly bad for engineering salaries. I don't think it's particular. I don't think, unlike in the rest of the world, particularly in the US, where there's very much a software is very much higher than everybody else. I don't think that's the case in the UK. I think software may be a little bit higher in the UK, but by and large, I think generally UK engineering salaries are absolutely terrible, which is why I started that salary survey to actually try and find out what is my theory that the salaries are terrible is correct, and if so, then what can we start to do about it? So it's got a little while longer to run. The results are looking really interesting. The one takeaway piece from this, which I kind of knew anyway, was if you want more money, change your job often. Is the real thing. Nobody honestly gets rewarded for loyalty to a company anymore.
Okay, so can you give me, from your experience and salary of digital design and FPGA, can you give me the average of salary for juniors? So, like estimation.
So off the top of my head, and I should have looked this up beforehand in the salary thing, but I've been out most of the day. Off the top of my head, when I looked at it, the average salary in the UK for an FPGA engineer was around the mid 50,000 mark, so sort of 50 to 55,000, I think. There were some very high salaries, obviously from HFT, that sort of pulled that up a little bit, but also there were some very low. There were some quite shockingly low salaries as well, which get compensated for it.
So you think that FPGA engineers' salaries are not the best for this moment?
I think the UK, particularly talking about the UK, I think the UK has a terrible approach to engineers. The UK loves managers way more than it loves engineers. And that's got to change. That's one of the things that I'm hoping AI is going to change, because managers add very little to a company.
So if a student showed you their university FPGA course or something like that, would you say it prepares them for a real job or for unemployment?
I think it depends what university you come from and the course that they've been on. I'll be honest, I don't think many universities are very good at teaching people how to be engineers in reality. I think they're very good at teaching the theory. I think very few of them are actually very good at tying up the theory with the practicality, with the real world work. And I think that's because by and large, academics have never been actual engineers. They've never actually developed products or projects or delivered anything. The closest they'll have come is to do some research. In a lot of cases, they'll have done some research funding, and that's it. So I think a lot of universities actually need to reach out and engage more with engineers and try to make sure that they're getting playability properly.
Yeah. So what do you think about right now? For example, there is many people today are suffering to find like a job, especially for example in embedded system field. So every company like said you need to have experience. So as a junior, don't have experience. So how can I develop myself and put the value so to make companies hire me, for example? Yeah.
So that's interesting. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation, right? The companies won't hire without experience, but you can't get experience without companies recognizing it. I think this goes back to earlier on, and it doesn't necessarily work for everybody. It depends on your life circumstances and your lifestyle and such, if you can or not. But one of the key things is get an FPGA development board. In fact, actually, ignore that. You don't even need an FPGA development board. Download the tools, download the simulators, and create some examples, and create a little bit of a project, a little bit of a portfolio, something that you can show to people that are recruiting you. Something that's eye-catching. Don't do a RISC-V. Don't do a RISC-V, because everybody's done RISC-V, and so something that's a little bit unique, a little bit novel, a little bit off the wall, a little bit eye-catching, something that you're interested in. and use that to show people that you can do it. Because generally, when I've been looking to recruit people, all I'm looking for really is that people have some idea of what we're doing. You know, we can do that. We can send people on training to get exactly specifically what we want, but it's basically like, do you have some vague understanding of how to go from an idea to a bit stream or some flashing LEDs or something? And when it doesn't work, what can you do? What can you do when it doesn't work? So my last graduate actually got the job I actually decided I was going to employ him in the interview when I was talking to him, and I asked him a question, and it was obvious he didn't know. It was absolutely obvious he didn't know, which is not a problem in any way, shape, or form. But his answer was what made me think, yeah, this guy's going to be good. Is because he said, well, I don't know, but I know where to go and look it up, and I know what to go and kind of look it up for. He didn't try and waffle me, or he didn't try and sort of pull the wool over my eyes or anything like that. He was like, no, obviously I don't actually know this, but I know where to go and look it up, and I know what to do. And I think that sort of passion and that interest and that sort of that ability to be honest and open goes a long way.
So some of my friends has told me that the ability of learning things very fast is more important than being the best in a certain field. So, for example, if I want, I don't have experience or knowledge with artificial intelligence, but I get a job to be an artificial intelligence engineer. So the difference between me and other one is the ability to learning very fast some complicated things or some stuff. So I think the ability of learning skill is more important than have like a huge background without anything.
I would agree with that. I think the number one thing throughout my career is I've never said no to anything. Sometimes I've sat there and gone, how am I going to do this? But I've genuinely never let sort of people, never talk myself out of something. And generally, by the way, you can work out how to do stuff. Things generally aren't that complicated. And there's a whole world out there to help you, as you say, to help you get up to speed and to get you up to speed and able to do it. So you're much better off being able to say, yeah, I can do that. But you should be honest about it as well. You should be, well, we've never done that before, but we can do it by doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, exactly. So AI can already write code today. So in the next 5 years, can AI replace FPGA engineer? So in coding like VHDL or something like that.
So I have this thing about AI, right? If you talk to everybody, they're like, AI is going to replace everything. It's going to replace everybody. And it's like, well, what's everybody going to do for a job then? If AI has replaced everybody, we're in a world of trouble. Mm-hmm. I personally think where we're going is actually really exciting, because I think I'm a bit of a Star Trek fan, and I'm a big fan of like the Jodie LaForge and Scotty in their approach to engineering. If you looked at what they did, and it's a crazy thing to use a science fiction as a reference for it, but it's a good analogy, so we'll go with it. But if you look at what they did, they were acting as classical systems engineers. They had a deep technical knowledge of what they were trying to do. They were defining the requirements, they were defining the test parameters, right? They were applying their knowledge, and then they were offloading elements of it to the computer to create the solution. Obviously, in the magical world of TV, it's all wrapped up in 45 minutes because it has to be. It's not quite as easy as that in reality, but that's kind of how I see AI being able to help us, and where AI is going. I really don't see it replacing engineers and coders and things like that. In fact, if anything, I think it's going to drive the need for more. But what it is going to do is it's another level of abstraction that allows us, if you know what you're doing, and you don't just go, hey, just write me an FPGA that does this, because that's guaranteed to fail. But if you can work out if you know what the requirements are, if you've got that special knowledge that we were talking about earlier on, that special domain knowledge or something like that, that you can apply that, and you can work out how to test it, and you can work out how to architect the system, then you break the design down into a number of chunks. Then it's just the same as using an IP block, right? It's just, instead of pulling an IP block from the Vivado library, it's an IP block that didn't exist until 10 minutes ago, and I asked the AI to create it for me. And it gives us the ability to be much more efficient and much more and deliver capability much quicker. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't move that ability to know what's going off and to know what's going on. So I'll give you an example. So I'm doing a project for somebody at the moment. And it's really Python intensive. It's running on a ZCU 111 board, but it's really simple.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, basically, you say, I just want on a ZCU 111 board, it must be using the RF ADCs and DACs. No, it's not. We're doing some stuff with SPI to control some specific beamforming chips. So you need multiple SPIs implemented in the programmable logic. And I've used AI to architect the software and to write the Python because it's much faster at it than I am.
Yeah, of course.
The first time I was like, I'll ask it to create with a Vivado design because it's really simple, right? It's just I want 4 quad SPI blocks. I want those 4 SPI blocks connected to the programmable logic, the AXI programmable logic. Go away and build me that. So it goes away and builds it, and I'm like, there's a bit stream. Looks reasonable. The results look reasonable. The files look reasonable. No timing issues, no timing errors. I'll give it a try. So we're using Pink. So I just upload the bit stream, try to run the Python script, download the bit file. Let's just read the status register of one of these things, see if it works. Read the status register. Ooh, that's not good. Pink's dead. Now, at this point in time, I mean, it's not dead. It's just like it stops responding. You get this thing that says no more. Now, if you don't know what you're doing at that point in time, if you just sort of vibe coding, as they say. But what you've really done is you've tried to save a bit of time by asking the computer to do something that the AI to do something that you can do. So literally, you open up Vivado, you open up the block design, and you realize that it's set the reset to the wrong level. So it's active. It's always in reset. You take 2 minutes to correct that, rebuild it, and away you go.
For me, I think like for people who don't have any background in IT or something like that, if they do vibe coding using Claude or OpenAI or something like that, so the AI will give them the quick result, doesn't give them the whole architecture, the best architecture.
No, it doesn't. It gives you a fluffy feeling, right? That hey, look how productive I've been. But the minute, like I was just saying, the minute something breaks, the minute is not breaks. That's where it's important to have that domain knowledge and actually have a knowledge as an engineer and be able to say, oh, this is wrong, that's wrong, and quickly fix it. AI is a tool. It's a tool. It's just like using Vitus HLS to write some C and abstract it away. It's just another level of abstractions really that we have to learn to work with. So I think AI is great actually because I've reached the stage in my career where I've written enough VHDL and Verilog. I've spent like 7 days a week, 18 hours a day writing it. So I love that I can create. I love that I can focus on that. I love that I can focus on capability and developing capability and delivering that capability.
That's what I'm talking about. So artificial intelligence needs more than more and more hardware power every year. But chips today are already very small, 3 nanometers, 2 nanometers. So some scientists say we are close to physics limitation, and we can make transistor more smaller. So what's the next approach or the best alternative you think, Adam, from your work as a digital designer?
So that's a good question. And it is probably actually one that I'm going to struggle to answer because, oddly enough, I'm a digital designer, but I'm not an ASIC designer. So in my life, I've never developed an ASIC. And I don't know, apart from when I was at university, I don't know much about the development of chips. So what I will say is we've been thinking that Moore's law is going to end for a long time, and it doesn't seem to have. I think the 2 nanometer, the 3 nanometer, I think is quite interesting and what comes beyond that. But I actually think an awful lot of the world doesn't work on those bleeding edge nodes. I think a lot of the world still works on 14 nanometer, 16 nanometer, 28 nanometer. A lot of the FPGAs that we're working with customers are still all on those nodes as well. So I think outside the real bleeding edge stuff, I think there's a lot of a lot of technology to go around for many years to come anyway, or to see me to retirement anyway, at the very least.
Like there is like companies now are working on photonic computing. Instead of using electricity, they use light, the speed of light, to make processing and all of those stuff. From my perspective, I think that it's the new generation of AI hardware computation, So today we will so in the future, I think we will have the best AI models so we never seen before. Adam, so people imagine ESA, CERN, and military programs are the most advanced technology in the world. Is that true?
No, maybe some of the military and the defense projects are quite cutting edge, but a lot of the and CERN does some interesting stuff. But by and large, a lot of the space projects are actually they're quite slow. They're using all the technology, all the nodes, and like I was saying early on, they have a very long lifetime of those projects to develop. That doesn't mean that they're not exciting or fun to work on, but they're pushing the boundaries perhaps in other ways, and a lot of times they're very risk averse, because obviously if you launch something, it's very difficult to correct it should it fail. Particularly organizations like ESA, because they've got a reputation for it working if it launches, and NASA's the same. SpaceX and New Space, they've got a very different idea and a different approach to it, which again is great. Is actually probably the better approach to do, which is just let's do it and make it exist and see what happens.
Okay. So this someone told you what's about FPGA based on silicon photonics technology. Did you hear about that?
It's not something I've ever really heard of. I've seen a few things over the years where people were trying to bring in fiber optics directly into the package, but that's about as far as I've seen it or know about.
If someone messaged you tomorrow and said, "I want to become FPGA engineer starting from zero," what the first thing you tell to do?
I would say grab a copy of one of the vendor's tools, grab a copy of a simulator, get some books, and start learning.
Give us like example of a book that you think that someone when they want to start learning FPGA, the best option for him.
So there's a variety of books. So before I answer the book question, I'm just going to just because I don't want to break the chain of thought, and it'll follow into that, I promise.
Okay.
But I think if you want to start learning digital from zero to FPGA design, you need to have a good background in digital logic and what digital logic is. So understanding sort of Boolean logic, Boolean equations, things like that, simple state machines, counters, FSMs, what they all are. And then you've got to learn one of the two languages, VHDL or the other one, Verilog. You can tell I'm a VHDL person because I was like Verilog. But these days, you've got to. If you learn one, you can generally, to be fair with languages, if you learn one, you can easily pick up the other one. But learn one of those languages and actually practice. Right, you don't need a development board. You can do it with a simulator. Run some simulations. Run synthesis. Simulate what you get out of the place and route to make sure it shows all the same. And then, like I say, pick up some books. There's some good books. There's the Harris and Harris books is really good. There's a great book on FPGA algorithms off the top of my head, which I can't remember the name of it. But I'll look it up before we finish this section and tell you. But there's Umay Abbasi as well is one of the DSP for FPGA books. The first version was like this. The version now is like this. DSP for engineers and scientists. That's not really designed as an FPGA book, but it tells you all about the signal processing stuff. It's available free and online. So those things that should help you do that. And obviously it goes without saying that you should read all my blogs and all my projects and all my magazines and articles and come to my conferences and things like that if you want to get.
You already, I saw you built the Micro Z Chronix because more than 250.
Just before we started this call, I was writing the 655th one. So I've written one a week on FPGA design since September 2013.
You give the most of it for free. So why?
It's all free.
Why?
It's
It's your choice.
well, it's my choice.
Yeah.
It's all free. It's great. It's the best marketing thing I've ever done. As a bit, you give it away for free. It's amazing, and what comes back to you for helping people and doing it.
Okay. So I want to ask this for everyone watching. Um, can engineer here really get a real FPGA job in Europe or UK, or that's door still closed?
I don't think the doors are closed. I must admit, I don't know much about sort of work visas and all those things, because every time I've looked into it, it's ended up giving me a real headache, because governments don't like to make this thing easy or simple. But I believe it's relative. I believe in the UK. If you've come and done a master's degree in the UK, you get some time that you can spend in the UK working in the UK afterwards. To hopefully then that people will sponsor you. The full work visa and bring it through. I know the EU has the blue card scheme, I think, for people. So I genuinely don't think that the doors are closed to people looking for work in UK and Europe, because there's not many FPGA engineers. There's more penguins in zoos than there are FPGA engineers in the UK. There's only like circa 2,000 of them. Many companies are crying out for FPGA engineers.
Yeah, I read the many company, supposed to me to be like junior FPGA or FPGA engineer. So, but for me, I choose EI. Problem with that. So, let me give you like quick questions. So, do you prefer Vivado or Quartos?
Vivado.
So why?
Good question. I think generally the first ever FPGA design was a Xilinx FPGA, and it's been 26 years. And all my obviously we work with other FPGAs, Altair and Lattice and Microchip and Nano Explore and Efinix and everything. But by and large, I think if you were to cut me in half, it'd say Xilinx, sorry, AMD through me these days like a stick of rock, because it's just the tool chains and the devices that I've been using for the last 26 years, and I have the most trust and use in, really.
So, from your perspective, what is the biggest red flag in junior
Oh, that's a difficult one. You kind of get a feeling for it when you read the CV, whether somebody's being honest or not, or truthful or not. And some really outrageous claims are always a little bit dubious. It's sort of, it's better to have in your CV some sort of example or some sort of GitHub or repository or something you can point people to and show what you're capable of, rather than sort of crazy claims. But yeah, I mean, generally by and large, I don't see many huge red flags in CVs. Generally, the problem I have is that I can't recruit them all.
Yeah.
I see so many. Honestly, I get so many people, and if you do and I never get back to you, I'm very sorry about that. But I see so many people just shooting me their CVs, saying, "Hey, Adam, I want to work with you." And you read some of these CVs, and the fact that the 99 out of 100 are fantastic.
So, most overrated tool or trend in FPGA right now?
Most overrated trend, I want to say AI. I think AI is cool. And I think AI does help you develop FPGAs and things like that. I think actually inference in FPGAs, AI inference in FPGAs, it's still not quite there yet, and requires a lot of time. So I think that would be my answer.
Okay, so I will ask you another question. So it's not in engineering or in technical aspects, So what's the hardest part of a job? The engineering or the politics?
So I have no politics, obviously, because I don't, I have a fairly small company, and I don't tolerate politics. I don't tolerate politics. When I worked when I had a real job, the politics drove me up the wall, which is probably why I ended up doing my own thing.
Because I have like many guests as HRs, so they told me that you need to have like politics to to collaborate with your team and all of those stuff.
That's a different thing. You've got to be able to collaborate and work effectively with a team. You've got to be a team. You've got to be a team player, and you've got to have. And I try this all the time, like having a no blame culture. Right? People make mistakes. Absolutely fine. You know, I never get upset or angry when mistakes get made, even if they're an expensive mistake, because we've all done it. We've all been there. I think the politics you're asking questions to is, you know, the little the intercompany politics that exists, that doesn't intra-company politics that exists. That doesn't interest me at all. You know, when this team's briefing against that team and that's doing that and this manager's doing that, and that's it. That doesn't interest me at all, because at the end of the day, we're all there to just, you know, everybody's there just to deliver the capability and deliver the product. So I don't like project politics. In fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday at a company, and he came up with this great thing. He'd worked for a huge big design company in the US, and he's like, "We have a no asshole policy." He's like, "This is like the number one thing is like we have a no asshole policy." He's like, and we use that in interviews when we're talking to people. Like, what's the greatest thing about working here? It's like, well, everybody's a nice person. We don't tolerate people that are egotistical or nasty or sharp or blunt or whatever. Even if they're technically brilliant, it's like, you know, we have this policy, and I thought it was great. So he said, he's like, he should have trademarked it, and I'm like, well, you know, too late, because that's quite a good policy, really.
Okay. Is there another question, or that's it? I think we reached the end of this live. So in the end, Adam, if you have like advice for all people, so you can give, no.
So my advice would be, you know, like FPGA engineering, it's the most fun thing you can ever do. It's the most rewarding. It's one of the most rewarding career paths in engineering, and it's one of the more challenging career paths, shall we say. So whatever you're going to do, just do it and have fun. You know, we're all here for a short time, so just have fun while you're doing it, and make sure that you ask for a good salary. And make sure that you always keep an eye on the market and move whenever you can. So there you see all the companies now going, "Oh, we don't want to work with Adam again," you know. But yeah, that's my advice, really. You know, it's just have fun and enjoy it. It's a wonderful thing to do.
Yeah, enjoy the journey, you know.
Enjoy the journey.
Yeah. So Adam, this was an amazing hour with you. For me and for everyone in the Tunisian engineers community, thank you for your time and your honesty tonight. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and I'll speak to you all soon.